Okay, we are live, I do believe. Let me see if we can find it. Hey, y'all, what's going on? I hate this thing, password thing. Oh, there we go. Got them thumbs. All right, let's see. Dang it, get over there. Using this new phone holder. I don't like it a lot. All right, let's see if we're live. Got everything going? We do. All right, turn that down. All right. Hey, LaDonna. Hey, Terry, how are you? How was everybody this week? Good, I hope. Tonight, what we're going to do, I thought we would make, it's always good sometimes to have some sets in your shop or at your craft shows or whatnot. So we're going to make a grapevine to match our truck that we made last week. Sorry you can't see a whole lot of my table. I'm going to try to do this on the easel tonight. I said try because I don't like working off one of these, but I thought maybe you'd be able to see better. So we'll try it. We'll give it a shot. So we're going to kind of create a grapevine to match our truck that we did last week. Let's set that back there. Okay, so we're going to use some of the same florals, obviously, to match. Okay, so since I didn't put a ribbon, I gave you the choice last week that you could put some ribbon in here or not. The one bush, actually, if you dig, is that where I found that? I thought I found that little, I thought I found it on this last week. But anyway, I might have just found it in my hot mess here. But I found this little raffia bow that I stuck down in here. I just pinned that in there, and I thought that looked real cute. And it didn't take a whole lot. It didn't take up a whole lot of room and take away from our design. Okay, so we're using the same two bushes that we used last week on the truck. I listed those in the pre-comment thing. Okay, if you would like me to give them to you again tonight, I can give those to you. And then we're going to add a little purple lavender in there as well. Those numbers are in there, and we're going to add some of this white. I got another one. Oh, good. I might need to go over there and grab that other one. I forgot to do that. And the ribbon choices that I took. Hey, Betty Jane, how are you? Sorry if I missed saying hi to anybody. But welcome, welcome. Hey, Joan. Hey, Linda. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Brenda. Do you like what I did with your B sign, Brenda? I thought it turned out pretty cool. So we're going to use this. This matches this. It's a reddish corally color, just like these florals are here. So we're going to use this 4-inch. Okay. Then we're going to use this butterfly ribbon. Look at, let me zoom in so you guys can kind of see. We're going to use these. Okay. Look at those colors together. Okay. And this one, I didn't get the number in our listing because it's a Sam's Club. And obviously, I've lost my stuff. So we're going to use that one. Whoops, let me hold it right. This one. And then this polka dot ribbon for color. I think it's going to turn out spectaculous. So those are our ribbon choices. So let's get going here, guys. We're going to put the bow on first. Okay, so let's get that going on. And if you guys just joined, we're going to make a grapevine. I've got to zoom out as always. We're going to make a grapevine to match our truck that we did last week. Okay. So I'm hoping, let's see, I need to go back here so you can kind of see, since I got a different view tonight, y'all. So let's work with it. Let's work with it. Hi. So, hey Tracy, how are you? Hey Susan. Welcome everybody, welcome. So this is, you guys, you know, I'm addicted to fair silk ribbon. This is a fair silk ribbon. So this is a 4-inch. It's very nice because it's got this two-sided, it's kind of got this shiny cheapness on the back. Okay. So I think what I want to do with this tonight is I want to put a bow. Oh, shoot. First, guys, we got to put a little bind wire on here. I apologize. Let's cut it. I did break this apart. It's an 18-inch grapevine. So I'm just going to tie a little bit of, and I loosen some of these up here. So I am going to tie a little bit of, let's get it going first. I'm going to tie a little bit of this bind wire in here. I'll pull that little bugger there because I want it to stay. Let's get it tight first, and then we'll pull it up. Okay, just got to twist that a couple times, and this will bury into your design. You won't see it. Okay, so we'll do that. Cut way too much, y'all. And then we're going to add another piece up here just to tighten this up a little bit, not too much. I don't want this too tight right here. These are very nice grapevines. I found this from the Grapevine Lady. They're a lot more expensive, but she makes them herself. They're not from China or nothing. She does make these herself, and they're very nice. They're, like I said, they're not super cheap. She has a sale every once in a while, but they're very, very, very nice and very full, as you can see. Just really tight and everything. So we got our bind wire. We put a little bit down here. We put a little bit up here. We got kind of our little drapers kind of coming out here for a little extra design stuff going on there. Hey, dog. So let's get going on the bow so we can get going on this. Don't you start with that squeaky toy. I'm just saying, hey, no. Oh. So what I want to do is kind of come up here with the little tail. I like to do that. Because it also adds a little bit of something in here, and then we'll have something coming out the bottom. Okay, so we're going to keep it a little bit smaller coming out the bottom, and a little bit fuller coming out the top here. I think is what I want to do tonight on this design. So I think I'm going to go with that's got a nice fold in it already. So I think I'm just going to go with a, looks like a 7-inch tail. Okay, and we're going to push this one upwards. Okay, this stuff's really thick, guys. I mean, you really got to work with this stuff. It really gets my hands. Oops, I boogered that up. But you just kind of got to work with it. Okay, and then we're going to do, let's say we do a 6-inch. No, let's do a 6.5 inch. Like I said, this is really kind of have to use my nails to kind of help me push that down, then just kind of straighten it down and around. Your 4-inch is always harder to work with than anything, especially if it's thick like this. Okay, and we'll go about the same, and this one we'll just tuck down. I wonder if I want to do 3 on this. We got our tail. I think we're just going to do 2, guys. We're going to stick with the 2. I think those are about the same size. Everybody had a good week so far? How's everybody's weather? Mine's, yeah, chilly. It's only getting up into the 60s or so. Hey, Ann. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. This one I'm going to cut about, let's cut it because we're going to fold it up. Let's cut it about 12. These are my good ones or bad ones. My granddaughter got into my scissors. I think it's about 12 inches. We're going to fold it up so we can see the back side. I'm serious. You can build a house with this stuff. I think it'll stand by itself. I'm serious. Remember the old Levi jeans that the boys, or if y'all had brothers like me, I had all brothers. So they would get those Levi jeans. My mom would buy them Levi jeans, and you could like stand them up on their own because they were so stiff. Oh gosh, I'm out of the view. Sorry, y'all. You have to remind me if I get out of view because I'm working on a different view tonight. So I apologize. We're gonna try to make this grapevine so you can see it. and see me do it. Alright, so we got this going on. Okay. So it's going to be something like that. Now we're going to go in with this one. I'm not going to be able to work with this bow. It's going to have all those spares. I mean, look at this, guys. This ribbon will literally almost stand up on its own. It's so thick. So flipping crazy. I'm just saying. So do I want to put this one in here next, or do I want to break it up with this black? We're going to go with this one. Okay. We're going to cut that one off. And we're going to fold that end. So that's got that nice green backing as well. Okay. And we're going to do the same size tail. Actually, I'm going to go just a hair shorter, y'all. Not that. I need a bigger hair than that, Susan. A little bigger hair. There we go. So I've got a little bigger hair of that going on. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with this, I think. Go a little bit shorter. Okay, let's get this going on. Okay. Make sure those are about the same length. I think they are. Susan, silly. Again, we're just gonna cut that. Oh goodness. Yeah, y'all see my hair. That's dawn. Y'all see my hair in the morning. It's like it'll take a lot of moves for some people to do it until what happens to mine. Let's say it straight up. I don't have any hair. Oh, my pin came out. Dang it. Actually, I didn't get that pinned in. And here's the thing about this little bit more expensive ribbon, guys. You don't use much. I mean, look, I'm using probably less than 2 feet in a bow. Okay, I've used this 3 or 4 times, and I've still got a lot of it left. So, you get your, you know, you're not using it for just one wreath. You're getting your money's worth kind of out of it. I think you are anyway. This one, I'm not going to dovetail that. We're just going to angle tail it. I don't like that angle that's on there. So we're just going to come up again a little bit shorter with this one. Okay. Do a little bit shorter loop again. Here comes in knuckleheads again. And I think on this one, I am going to do 2 loops on each side. Okay, so I'm going to bring one up. And twist. One up, one down. Come over here. Do the same thing to this side. Okay. Come up. About there. I think I went too long on that one. Which one did I go too long on? I gotta figure it out. That one. Alright guys, I'm gonna adjust that just a little bit. I want that a little bit shorter there. Sorry. I'm not paying attention. I'm still back. Oh good, I'm still in view. Okay, there we go. Down there. And we'll come right back around town with that one. Okay. So that's the only one we really did that. I don't really want that many. I don't know. We might make this bow a little bit too big, but guess what? Go big or go home. And I'm going to cut this one a little bit longer so we can possibly curl that one. This one we forgot to bend up. So we're going to bend that one up there. Okay. Now we're going to go back in with our last one. And then we'll get busy on these florals. That shouldn't take very long. Okay. So now we're going to add this color back in with this yellow polka dot. Yellow, not yellow, Susan. This polka dot matches crisscross checked type ribbon that we used in the back really nicely. It's the same colors. So that'll work out really good. Let's put that on there. And this bend will cut off because, again, like I said, this stuff is crazy thick. I just... I like it a lot. This is the best stuff to hold a curl, man. It's crazy. Craziness, I say. It's all kinds of craziness going on in there. Okay, so we'll add that one in here. We're going to go one loop on each side. And we'll possibly add a floral in the center. So I don't think I'll do a center loop on this one. Okay. And this one will definitely cut long because we are going to curl that one. Okay. Kind of wish now that I would have done the 4 loops on the butterfly, but guess what? I didn't do it. Hey, Caroline, how are you? So we are just going to keep our bow the way it is. If I really dislike this bow in the end, I'll redo it. I'm not afraid to redo a bow. You only have to go down a layer. If you ever want to do a bow like this, so well, let's say I was going to redo this bow because I wanted more of this green in here. What I would do is I would put it back in my bow maker. I would snip my wire tie. Okay, I'm going to take out what I want to remove, and I'm going to put it in my little bow dabber. Okay, to hold it. And if I wanted to add 2 more loops of this green or the butterfly per se to this, all I would do is take that out. I would take this and I would make a, I would go down and pinch it, add my loop, twist. I'd add my 2 loops in here, no tails, and then I would add everything back on and just retie it and put it back on. So it's not that hard to redo. You don't have to undo everything to redo a bow, guys. Okay. Depending on what you want to redo. I have done it many a time. If I'm not happy with it. Oh my, that's a tiny pin. I can't even hold on to it. Alright, so let's get going on this and then we'll get these florals in here, y'all. I'll find my bigger zip ties. There. Do that one. Yeah, we're just using the bigger one. My hands won't take the smaller ones. Alright, so let's get this on here. Okay. Alright, let's pull this out carefully. Like I said, guys, look at that. Look how thick the stack is. That's a stack, Jack. I'm just saying. So we're going to hold it so we don't let it slip and fall. We don't want it to go side to side, guys. So when it's this thick, it's very hard to try not to let it do that for me, because I got horrible hands. So I kind of work with it and pull. And now we're going to put another zip tie on here. I can squeeze that in there. Alright, we got that. I'm going to make sure my stack's straight again. I'm going to pull that. I have to take my pliers because my fingers just won't pull. I need to find my smaller type pliers. I really do. So every time I use these, I break my zip ties. It scares me. Alright, so let's cut that off. I'll get this on here and get going, guys. Okay, get to the fun stuff. I think bows aren't fun. But I want to build around the bow. I don't want, to put it on afterwards. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. This one, I don't want to do that. Okay, we'll just fluff this out a little bit before we get it on here. Okay, so we can straighten that up once we get it. Whoops, I did my thing there. Okay, we'll find our things. Like I said, we're going to put this bow a little bit low. We're going to put the bow a little bit low. And we're not going to go all the way around. Let's see if I can see. I need a light back here. Like I said, these are really thick, really tight grapevines, unless you break it apart. They really are. Let's see if we can get this through here. Oh my goodness. Come on. There we go. Oh, I lost it there. Stay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You got this. Okay. So pull that. Grab my pliers. Make sure it's where I want it. Or I'm pulling too tight. I kind of want it like right here. So I'm going to pull tight. Like a toy. Okay. Now this is not going to go anywhere, guys. Okay, so we got tails, loops, all of this coming down. Okay, those will curl up, and now we can start building. Our design. Okay, we can curl that kind of like that. So flush up the stands. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. All right. So there's our bow. We got our bow kind of where we want it. Everybody like that bow? I like that bow. You know, Carolyn, it's just totally the way you're comfortable with and the way you want to do it. I go back and forth all the time. Thank you, Terry. So let's get to our florals. Okay. So like last week, I tried to tell you or teach you to work in a pattern. Pattern. I can't talk, y'all. Yes. I've got a whole book of words for these that I don't say right. So we're going to separate these. We're going to try to keep that going with our pattern. And I'm going to first cut off the ones with more leaves for the top. Because some of these have 2 leaves. And some of these only have 1. You have to rob Peter to pay Paul on the leaves. We can always do that. Okay. So let's start with the top. Let's go with, I guess that's all the, we got one more 2-leaver. Because we're going to try to stay in that pattern on the top where we use the 3s. On the bottom, we may only get to use 2. So we're going to cut some of these. I am just going to cut the rest of this up. I am going to put these separate. Those are the ones without the 2s. Okay, because we are going to use our straggly, you know, our flowy ones. As I like to call them. That's just my terminology, I guess. These. Oh, sorry. These, because they have these little danglers off there. That'll add some funness to it. And let's see, we got one more of those, so we'll put that one up there. And we'll save these. We'll put those off to the side for just a second. Okay. So we've got all those. I'm going to put these off to the side for just a hot second because we want to start with our top. Like I said, these only come with one of the buds for the top. Okay. Thanks, Nance. Thanks, Linda. And this again is a really nice one. And we're probably going to use a lot more out of this bush since it is a grapevine and not a truck than we did last week. Okay. So we'll get a lot more out of this bush. If I don't cut myself. Okay. Big it. And this one you don't really have to cut apart. We'll just cut it down as we go. Okay. I'm going to put all the craziness in a pile. and separate that. So we're going to add those in when we're done. Or we might add those in first. Okay. And here's our other bud. This is the only one I think we have to cut off. Is our bud. So I'm gonna, and these are really thick plastic. So we're gonna have 2 buds. So we can put one at the top and one at the bottom. Okay. Hey, Stace. So we're gonna cut these off. Or actually, I said we didn't have to cut those. Oh my God! Look at that. That's a snap flower. That's snaps. That's crazy. That's going on there. I've never seen one of those. I don't remember that when I cut that apart last week. What the what? Look, they all snap together. Holy crap! That's crazy. Snapping like florals. All right, so we got all our fundus here separated. Okay. That we're going to add in. We've got all our pinks separated. Okay. Sorry if you can't see, guys. I'm trying to do a different. I'll scoot them back here, guys. We've got all these separated. Okay. I'm trying to do it on an easel tonight, guys. So if you can't see the table very well, I'm sorry. So let's get going. Okay. We're going to start, I think, at the bottom, and I'm gonna try to leave as many leaves on this design as possible, because it will help fill. And if they're not facing the right way, guys, you can always. And sometimes these hang down. So guess what? I'm gonna put a little dab of glue around this bottom here, and just make them stay up, because these are a little more silkier. So just put a little dab of glue and they'll stay up. Well, I didn't get that one. And you could always go back and do this to your design when you're done. Just trying to show you here. Okay. Oh, I got a sticker stuck to my finger. Okay. And there is also, I think, 2 smaller. Let's see. I thought there was 2. Yeah, there's 2 smaller, and I think the rest are bigger, just a tad. Yeah, maybe all this. No, there's 2 bigger. All right, so I'm going to start with one. Okay, and I'll probably start with this one because it's got a shorter stem already. And I'm just going to go back in here. Okay, because if I need any more greenery, I'm hoping I don't need any more greenery. I've thought about adding ficus, but I really don't think I want to do that. I really don't. Let's just see where we're going to go in here with this first. I think let's start with our yellow. Let's start with our yellows. Okay, it's kind of hard to do the triangle thing with this. But we're going to try, guys. We are going to try it. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in here, back in here with this yellow. I don't get much glue on that. I don't get much glue on that at all. Come on, I got to turn that up just a little bit, guys. Oh, my dog is barking something. Lord have mercy. Okay, and we'll just kind of bend that forward. We're leaving these leaves on just as filler. Okay. Trying not to poop our bow up there a little. Let's go in with a couple more of the yellows first. Try to move these up on this one just a little bit. And this one not all the way. And I will just cut these down just some. As you know, I always like to cut them long. I know, aren't they cool, Terry? I love these colors together. It's so summery and so, I just really like it a lot. Okay, and this one I'm going to come over here and go down in here. Okay. Okay, so we got that going on. Okay. And we're going to booger this bow up, guys. I'll pay no attention to that bow. Okay. And then I'm going to come back in with one more. we're going to go up towards the top, I think. Okay. I'm just kind of bending these forward a little bit. Wow, oh, a big old wad of glue on that. I'll turn that up or down. I'll turn it up. Okay, and this one we're going to kind of come up in here. I'm just finding tight spots to kind of get this in here, guys, okay? That one's not. We're going to have to hook that one a little bit. Oh my God, dog. There we go. We'll hook that one kind of in there. Okay. So see how we still have our triangle kind of going on there? Okay. And now we're going to add some of this. I think this one's whipping out on me too with the. I'm going to glue that. Will you hush? You're perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine. There's no reason for that tomfoolery. Alright, so let's put this in here. See how I just kind of glue those up to here. They're little, you know, these are silk flowers, guys. So they're gonna. So this one I'm gonna come in here. Okay, I want to come right in the center of our triangle, right in there. Okay, I don't think I need to cut it down. I'm hoping not. We'll see. So I get this big wad of glue on here. We'll see. Okay. Nope. Did not have to do that. Okay, I'm just gonna work with those. Now we're gonna cut another one off. Let's go with. I had one with a kind of shorter. Stick this one over. I'll go with this one. Cut this one down. Okay. And we're going to come kind of up in here. Just like that. Okay. We're going to put one here. And then it's kind of keeping our triangle. We can only keep it so much on a grapevine. I might need to cut that one down a little bit more. We're going to try our best to keep this, okay? I'm going to try our best to keep this triangle type thing going here, okay? I'm not going to like that one's down a little too far. And then, of course, we still got to put our bud up the top there, okay? That one down there. Turn that bud around. And then we're going to come up, whoops, glue there, over in here. Put this one. Now shoot, guys, I can't see from that side. I'm going to have to kind of go over the other side, guys. Or get in your way just a little bit. I'm sorry. I just can't see to get in that grapevine. Here we go. That's better. And we're just going to go down in here. Yeah. Or dang it. See if I can get that kind of down in here. Okay. So there's kind of our triangle, the best we can kind of keep it. We are going to put some filler in here and separate that, but we can always add. You know, we start out with our basic type triangle, and then we can just play with it and make it however we want to make it with whatever we want to add, okay? This one, we're definitely coming in up over this top, up in here, okay? This one is not. I totally missed the grapevine on that one, guys. Like, why is that flipping and flopping? I couldn't see. Totally mixed. There we go. Now it's in there. Okay, because I might add 2 more yellows up here. Because we've got plenty. So let's do that. I think it kind of needs that extra. I think it kind of needs that, like 1 more up in here. See, that's what I'm saying. Kind of start with a triangle and then add whatever you want to add. Okay? You can just start adding after that point kind of whatever you want to add. So I think I want one over. Come on, so you can get some glue. You're being a little stingy with the glues. Okay. Put that in there. Pull that one out a little bit. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm looking from the sides. Alright, I want 1 more yellow up top. And that leaves us with, leaves us with 2 on the bottom. But we don't want a whole lot coming out the bottom, so I think we'll be okay with that. I think we'll be just fine with that. Okay. That one's kind of come loose there, so I'm going to put a little dibble dabble of glue in that one. I don't like the way that's kind of coming loose there, guys. So we'll just fix that. Okay. Bend that forward a little bit. Step over here. And we're going to add this one kind of right there. Okay. I'm going to try to bend that one forward a little bit. Okay. So see how we've got this all full on top already? Let's add some of our funness in there. Okay. We're going to add all of our little, we're going to add some of this white and all this to break it up. Okay, this is where it gets kind of fun. Oh, I grabbed that, I don't know where that bead came from. Over there. I want to start with these, our long, and I think on this one, it looks like we've got plenty of, let me see something just for a second. I want to make sure we got plenty of leaf coverage. If not, we can go back and add some of these others. Okay. We're going to add some of this in here. And you kind of have to spread this apart, guys, because you want to glue into your leaves. Okay. I'm thinking we won't need these leaves. Okay. I'll cut that down just a hair more. Ow. What them dogs are going crazy for out there. Alright, so I'm going to take this one over here and we'll come over here so it don't glue into a leaf. Yeah, I cut that too short, guys. That makes me mad. So we're going to have to put this one like right in here. Okay. I'm going to put that one right in there because I cut that a little bit too short. Right here it'll stick out better there. Okay. Yeah. So now we're adding this extra color in here. I'll try not to do that again. Okay. And this turned out, isn't it coming along pretty? And we haven't used a whole lot of extra greenery and stuff, which I like. I'm going to leave this one long just in case I cut it too short again. Spread that around. Okay. Get those in there. Put one in here. And we got to say 1 or 2 for the bottom. Okay. So we'll put one. Let's put one there. 1 here, and we'll put one up in there. Okay. That one had 2 leaves on it. I'm going to leave that one on. Since we're putting that one on the outside, I'm going to leave that leaf on there. Okay. Oh, I had that thing there. I couldn't cut it off. I couldn't cut it off. Mega baby. All right, so let's get this one in over here. That gluing into our. Okay, so there we go. Okay. I might have to pull it out a little further. I can do that later. Okay, so we got 2 of those left. Now let's get a little bit of our purple in here. This just adds another little pop of color in here and whatnot. Okay. I'm just going to cut this whole part here. I'm going to cut some of this white. This, I think I'm going to cut into... I might cut this one down into more pieces. I don't know if I'll be able to, but we'll try it. Or we'll just wait and see. Okay, let's just cut that whole bush down. Okay. And we'll start with this purple first. And these are push-ups, so I am going to push these up. When they're flocked like this, sometimes they're a little bit harder to push up. You just gotta work with it. Okay? You just gotta work with it. Oh, thank you, Madonna. I appreciate that. Ah, dang it, I glued my leaf. I'll take a hairdryer to that to get that off. Okay, well, actually, you won't even see it. So, add a little bit of this purple in here. Some over in here. Okay. There. Damn dog, I swear. Nobody could walk down the street without him going insane. Should have shut that window there before I came down. Ah, goodness. Fur babies. Okay, make sure you move your leaves again. Okay, let's add this other color in here. Okay, we need some up around the top. Then we'll add that white. And then I think we'll just do a few flowers on the bottom. And we'll be done. Okay, add one up in here. Hardest part is just trying to miss your leaves. Okay, because you want to miss those leaves. Okay, let's stick that one up in there. And we'll stick one over here. I'm not cutting these down too much because it's a little bit shorter. So we want these to, you know, definitely show a little bit more. I'll pull that leaf down there a little bit. Okay, so now we got some of that purple going on in there. Now let's add some of this white. This is why I said I don't think I'll be able to break this down because it's just not, I'm going to need that length on this one. Since this is a grapevine. This one I'm going to go up in the top. Up in here. Okay. And this I think will go, I might be able to cut these down. Nah, we're going to have to keep that. Are you done barking? Okay, this one we're going to go in here. That on the grapevine. go. Okay. Another one. We're going to come back over in here. Ah, my glue stick. Come back over in here. Okay, see how it's kind of tying all this in. I am going to pull this one flower out after the live and bring that forward a little bit. I'm not crazy about the position of that one. This one we're going to come down in here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pull this one forward. I'm not real happy with how far I stuck that one in there. But that could all be redone, right? No harm, no foul. I'm just saying. I'm going to try to miss that leaf in there. And there we go. So we've got some of those going on there. Got our bow going on here. Pull that around, flip that out a little bit. Yeah, this one's going to have, I'm going to move that forward a little bit. But other than that, I'm really happy. I'm happy with everything else. I might take that leaf out there as well. I think I'll do that. Let me get that glue off there. Okay, now let's just throw a few things in the bottom. I was thinking about using some of these, and I'm kind of thinking, guys, that we don't necessarily need that stuff, so I think I'm going to save that. So let's get this next, let's get these going in the bottom. We saved 2 of these for our bottom. Okay. So we're going to snip those down a little bit. Okay. Like I said, we're going light. We're kind of going light down here on the bottom. Number one, we only got 2 of these left. And I don't want to hold up. I want the top to be our focal point, not the bottom so much. Okay. So we'll just come out about right there. Okay. I need to get my nails cut. Lord have mercy. They're like glue scoops. Right now, they keep on scooping the glue. And this one, we're going to go up in here. Okay. Up in there. Okay. I might have to bind wire that one a little bit, guys. Just to get it to stay where I want it. Tie a little small piece. I really wish you'd get out from under my feet. Get out there barking your head off, and then you come down here and lay under my feet. Woo! Now I'm about to lose my easel. Okay, let's see if that'll hold it. Yep, I think so. I think that'll be good. Easy fix, y'all. Easy fix. Okay. Now we got that. Now we want one of our big ones. I think I'm going to use this one. Actually, no, I'm not. That one's a little, it's got super big. So I'm going to cut this one down. I'll leave these leaves on again. Okay, and we're going to stick this one up in here. Hopefully I can get that in there. It's real tight down there. I'm hoping I can get that in there. I'm hoping. I'm gluing that leaf. Let's see. Let's find a spot. There we go. side. And then we're going to stick our bud coming out that bottom as well. Okay, I want to keep that bud. I want to get that bud in there. Really thick. So yeah, let's get this bud in here. Add a few more little pops of color in the bottom and then we'll be done, guys. Okay. It's not staying. I don't want it too much either. But that's okay. Alright, let's get these in there. Try to check and see if we need our leaves. I really don't think we do. I'll take those off. This one don't have a doodaddler. I wonder if I got a doodaddler over here. I think I don't have. Do not have one more of those. But that's alright. I think I was ripped off a doodad on my floral here. So since I don't have one, I am going to put the leaf back on there. Okay. I am going to put this leaf back on there. If I find one, I'll pull this back out and replace it with the other one. I don't know why they do that. Kind of makes me mad that they do. Alright, so we'll just bend this forward a little bit. We're going to add this. There goes my. Keep pulling it forward or over towards me when I pull the daggone thing off over my easel there. Okay. I'll put that one kind of. I have to wire tie that, I think, or bind wire that one too. I think I'm not crazy about that. How it's flopping. I'll cut my stem shorter, guys. I don't know. Like I said, I don't like working off the easel. It bugs me. I've got better hand control and stuff if I don't work on the easel. Oh, well, thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. It just takes, and here's another thing, guys. If you're all afraid, that you're going to place things wrong. I mean, the stuff will come out. Now, on the evergreen and stuff, it's a little more, trickier. But on the grapevine, it will, you can pull it out, so don't be too afraid. But if you are kind of afraid to do so, then all you have to do is dry fit it. Kind of dry fit it and then go back. And if you take, like, let's say this is all dry fitted, I would take this one out. I would glue it and put it right back in, okay? And I would take it out piece by piece, which it's a great way to learn. It's just a pain in the booty. I'm telling you, it's a time consuming. Very time consuming. But it's a great way to learn, okay? Great way to learn. That's how I used to kind of do it. Then I just started freeballing. I was like, we're just going to stick stuff in. You know? Alright, so let's get some of this purple color in here. Okay. Might have to cut one of. Just stuck my whole down fingers in that glue pot right there. I'm such a. I'm like a walking glue pot fiasco. Oh, goodness. That one's not going to be long enough, so guess what? We're going to stick it right in here. We're going to go right in here. I see a little bare spot in here I don't like. Yeah, I have definitely got to fix. You know what? I glued that leaf on there. That's what's pulling that down. I was kind of pulling that down, guys. Alright, let's cut. Look at that glue, guys. I just go swimming in that stuff. I'm gonna cut another long one off here. Okay. That one was not long enough to hit where I needed it to hit. So we're gonna skip this one. Back on it. Stop. I keep hitting my flower. Let's stick this one down in here. Okay, put these leaves. That one, I'm gonna have to really bind wire that one for you guys. I'm not liking that one. Okay, so we got some of that. Pull some of this glue off here. Jeez, oh Pete. Now let's put a few of these in here, and we'll be done, guys. We will be done. Go. Stick one back in here. I can see. I'm sticking. Okay. This one I think we'll have to shorten up just a hair. Oh, thank you, LaDonna. That's always so sweet. And then we'll stick this one up in here. Like I said, I'm going to fix, I am not crazy about this. This one, guys. I'm going to move this one up in here, I think. I'm just not crazy the way that one's sitting. We got our bow here. Let's straighten that out. We got all these coming down in here. We got our bow. You know what I'm going to do with that little piece? What I do with that little piece of straggler I had? We could put something in that bow. Let's put some of this purple. I thought maybe I used that short. I did use that short one, didn't I, y'all? Let's put one of these down in that bow. Okay. Let's push that. Trying to make sure it's pushed all the way up. Like I said, when they're flocked like this, it makes them harder to push up on those stems. See how much more stem I got now? So let's break that off. Let's try to glue that in our bow here. I'll add that little purple color in there. Okay. Let's get these. Fix this bow down here. This one. And then let's just curl these up. Glue on there. Okay. I'll just pull that one out. Okay. This ribbon I'm not super crazy about, so I may have to spray that with a little bit of 2 times clear to stiffen it up. That's what I do. I spray it with a little bit of 2 times clear, and it'll stiffen your ribbon up if it's not holding the way you like it. You can do that. That helps. Out loosely because this one doesn't hold quite as nicely. Okay, like that. Bow, our bow up a little bit out here. This one's leaves. I might have to pull that leaf out. It keeps knocking that down, and I don't like that. Okay, I don't like that at all. Pull that there. Here again, I'm taking that one out. I'm not crazy about it, and I'll refix that. And if you want, okay, if you wanted to, you could add like some of this long stuff. This. Hi Frankie, how are you? Hey Kathy, how are you? Thanks, Joan. I don't like matchy, Frankie. I'm a rule breaker. I'm a rule breaker. I don't like matchy. I just don't. I've always kind of done that. I just always kind of gone with what I like. My filler wheel's up here in my head, and if I like it, it's going on. Okay, you could take some of these long things, okay, and they only bend kind of a little bit down here, okay, but the way they stand, yeah, I guess they kind of bend here. You could add this coming up around here to give this. Oh gosh, I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. We're doing it. Okay, go for it, guys. Dog, I wish you'd get out of my way. Okay, so we're gonna put this one right over here. Make sure we hit something. So see, this is going to go, and it's going to follow where I broke this apart. My little drapers and stragglers. It's going to follow that and make it flow. Okay, and this is one I got at Hobby Lobby. I like this one. It's a nice go-to as well. And it's got shorter ones, and it's got these, and they kind of grow to the center. Okay, that one we used a long end. I think I'm going to use one more long one the other side. Okay, so we kind of bend that. Okay, because we're going to take this one and come up over here. Okay, and we might add one more. You know what? See, guys, how I just never stop. I just get this idea. Yeah, we're doing one more. I think it's something and I just go for it. But this is fun. This is how you do it. I mean, just have fun with it. You know, you start with something and then just, you know, I pulled these out. Okay, now we got a whole different thing going on here. We just added all kinds of element to our wreath just by having a little bit of fun and me showing you something you could do. I liked it, so I'm doing it, right? So I'm just saying, guys, try stuff. Okay, pull something out and say, what would this look like? And just go for it. Okay, look, we've got a whole different design and element going on here that we just, by adding one pick. Oh, I'm sorry, Frankie. It's called it's Rust-Oleum 2 times clear. I don't know if I got, no, that's Mod Podge. It will, I'd get the matte, of course. But if you spray it on the ribbon, it's got a UV protectant in it and whatnot. But it will stiffen up a ribbon that is kind of, this one, see how it's drooping already. Did I burn myself? When did I do that? I'm always burning myself. Alright, this one, we're going to need one more little shorter one over here, okay, to give us a full kind of a circle. I think that's the longest one I got here. Yeah, I think once we get down here, kind of all the same. Yeah, I think they're kind of all the same size once we get down to that bottom. Okay, so this will add back around this outside edge. Okay, see how it just kind of gave it this whole new dynamic of following that flow that we have going on over there. And I think that's pretty much all we'll need, and it flows really nicely with our flow going on over here. Okay. Yeah, that flower is really bothering me right there, so I'm gonna have to redo that little foil right there, and I want to take this one out and pull that forward just a little bit. But basically, guys, this is kind of it. And if you wanted to, the wrap that comes on your grapevine, you could stretch this. Okay, you could stretch this out. Okay, and we could add another little element of surprise here to this. I love doing this. Yeah, we're going to do that too. See, guys? Sometimes I forget what I was going to do. Okay, so we're just going to cut this up. And we're going to take this and we're going to add it back in here. And it's going to give us a little draper back here. I'm going to cut a little bit of that off. Maybe. Okay. I'll get a big wad of glue on that for that. Okay. Ooh, come back here. All right, we're going to come back and try not to glue anything. Just whack myself in the head with it. And we're going to come in here and just twist and turn this. Push that in there until we kind of get it to where we want it. Okay. And I just got it behind all my little doodads here, which I don't want. So I'll pull those back a little bit further there. And then I'm going to stretch this out one more time a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of poke it. Whoops, there goes my thing. Kind of right back down in here. I might adjust this. No, I probably won't. I'll probably bind wire it right here so that it stays kind of where I want it. But see how it just kind of added a little twirly in there? And then you can add as many as you want. Okay. You can kind of add as many as you want in here. You just kind of have to play with them to get them kind of where you want them. I'm not going to glue this one in because I don't know if it'll be long enough. But we can kind of just play with those a little bit and add those in. But I mean, it's just another little something that you can do with your grapevines and the things that you take off of here. This one I probably won't use. It doesn't have enough bang for its buck for me. Okay. Pull these out, shake that up. And might have to bind, since I put that in there, I might have to bind wire. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bind wire this, tack that back, and just kind of wrap these in here the way I want it. Okay. But that's all you have to do. Okay. I guess this is kind of it, guys. I hope you like that. Let me see if I can zoom in. Whoops. On it. There we go. That's kind of it. But yeah, I kind of boogered those up when I put that stem in there. But I'll fix those. I might just take that out. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what you could do. But anyway, guys, I hope you like this project for tonight. It matches. Like I said, it matches. Now we have a set that matches our truck. Okay, same floral, same whatnot. We've got a beautiful bow in there. We've got our flow going on. So we kind of got it all going on. And we got a set. Okay. So I can list this together as a set in my page or shop, or I can list it separately. Okay, so I've got, multiple listings there. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I hope you like this. Next week, oh, guys, let me show you what I got coming up for next week. Sorry, I just keep yakking and yakking. I think we're going to do this next week. But I've been working on this for a little while. I've Mod Podged and painted, and this was a carriage that came to me. My friend sent me. It was all rust colored. Okay, and I spray painted it. I Mod Podged it, and I also painted all the wheels and everything gold. Okay, we crapped and gapped it, and I found this umbrella. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, this umbrella. That we're gonna go and we're gonna make this. I did have to get a dowel and make this longer, but we're gonna do a cute, fun floral with this coming up. Okay, so probably maybe next week we'll do that because I think that's about ready to go. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. As always, laugh and live with a half full cup. When it's all black clouds, find the sun. And I will see you guys next week. If y'all have any questions ever, please just shoot me a message. And I'll be more than happy to answer those. I hope y'all like this. I know, isn't that going to be so cool? Oh my goodness. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, LaDonna. Thank you, Joan. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Trace. Thank you so much. And like I said, we got 2 from last week and this week. So, all right, guys. Bye. Have a great week.